Yo, what it do? This is your brother, oh God, in the Black Hip Hop News and Black Hip Hop News Reloaded. If you see it on YouTube, you know it's us, the same logo in the Black Hip Hop News Reloaded. Make sure you subscribe, share, comment, and like this particular episode. I told you I was coming right back with it. It's Jay Z, Diddy, Master P, and the lack of black music distributors. Now, let's start by saying we all see what Jay Z's doing with Rock Nation as far, you know, as bringing artists under his umbrella, from all different genres, from music, sports, getting them better management deals, all out better, contractual situations within music and in sports. Traditionally, a lot of these artists, and sports people, entertainers, etc., get, especially rap artists, get the shit into deals. And Remy Ma touched on it in the Sheether disc to Nicki Minaj, where she spoke on the other side, you know, um, of the 360 deals, where pretty much your whole image and likeness is property of that particular label. Whether it be merchandising, touring, anything that you want to do outside of the parameters, even inside, outside of the parameters of music, they will get a certain percentage, of that for the rest of your life. Yeah, you get a lot of upfront money. Yeah, you get a lot of relationships. You get a lot of radio interview. You get a lot of things that come with the label. You obviously got to have a buzz behind you too. But it's different than you going to a venue and they throwing you 50, and you getting the 50 off top, and you paying your DJ, you paying your manager, as opposed to the 50 going to the label and them giving you 30 of it off the top, and then you still got to pay people. You feel me? So that's what this comes down to, simple mathematics. Simple numbers, at the end of the day. So people are looking for better deals. Remy Ma talked about how she owns her masters. You know, uh, um, in layman's terms, pretty much means that, again, all monies come to you first. You're the boss, you're the master. And then you could distribute to who you want to distribute, but the check is cut to you because you're the owner, of this particular catalog. It is not some other publishing company or something that owns the exclusive rights to your music, where you can't even perform your music. Um, you can't, do anything with your music, without, the consent of this company that, doesn't have any creative, you know, anything creatively to do over. They're just a business entity that has particular control over music. But anyway, Dame Dash spoke on this, and the lack of black music distributors. I'm gonna play a clip. Real quick. Then we can just vibe. Here we go.
Nate Thomas, he's from Atlanta. He asked, why do you feel there are no, or there haven't been any black-owned distribution companies in the music industry on a major scale?
Because that would take us sticking together. That would take a black distributor putting out a black artist, and a lot of that, you know what I mean? And usually what happens if we start to do things like that, people start breaking us up in between, with a brown paper bag, some way, shape, or form. We start making us stab each other in the back. And there's no one, and I can't say making us, influencing us. You know what I'm saying? Testing us, I would say that. Because no one that makes another man do anything really. But when that temptation is there for the short change real quick, and it's just all it is not being honorable. To some people, that's an easy route. For me, the non-honorable route, karmically in the end, will always get you. It's not about the paper. It's about how you feel about yourself. You know what I mean? Like, again, if you're a wealthy person, meaning you got a lot of dough, but you don't like yourself, then you broke.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? That's right. What's the sense of having all that dough and you still don't like yourself? How many rich people keep killing themselves?
True.
There's a sense of being rich if you don't like yourself. You don't like yourself and your kids is unhappy. They probably unhappy because you don't like yourself. You don't know how to like yourself. You don't like your kids. People got to start dealing with their issues. Make life a lot easier. Maybe, life needs a lot of people need a therapist. Need somebody to talk to, give you an objective opinion without you getting mad at them. Because what I notice is every time I try to give somebody some guidance, they get offended. I guess it's just the masculinity. Dudes. Like you tell a dude what he's doing wrong, he gets mad about the fact of making him aware.
Have you looked at a way to adjust it? Have you always
Yeah, stop fucking with me. I need to be doing that shit. Like I said, all I got to worry about really is my kids, man. And my woman, man. That's all I count. It takes so much time just trying to help other people that don't want to be helped.
The reality is, if someone's in my circle and they tell me something, I got.
All right, so basically, that was a little clip what Dame spoke on. Basically the lack of unity. People willing to take side deals. What I mean, in order, for this, black, company to take shape and form that we can't, control a particular segment, of our own artistic expression that we put out. It's not allowed for us to control any aspect of it. Anything that we think that we control will be ultimately controlled by another hand. And this is what people are saying about Jay-Z and the whole Rock Nation and the title thing. They're saying indirectly or directly, still there are Jewish hands that reach down in it that are pulling the fingers, to all these. And this is pretty much a dynamic that's pretty much very difficult to escape. But you see the name that I put in there, Master P, and you do have a certain um, percentage, of these rappers in the South and Houston and whatnot who have made their own distribution lines. You know what I mean? Whether it be the trunk of their car, Master P spoke on, different stores in the South that he had on lock where he would put maybe 50 CDs, 100 CDs in these stores, and that served as his distribution chain. So he creates the product, he packages the product, he puts it out for it to be distributed and sold throughout. And he didn't necessarily, since his foothold in the South was so much that he was selling so much out of his trunk and out of these stores that it almost rivaled him putting it, going through a distribution, company. I'm not saying that he never did, but I'm just saying that there are rappers that created their own, distribution, you know, um, lines, to get to get their product out to the masses without compromising, doing it the way they wanted to do it, saying they wanted to say. So there are ways that stuff could be done at the end of the day. But I don't know if that's what Jay's talking. I don't know if that's what Diddy's talking, but I know that I've seen brothers in the South and whatnot, numerous rappers that you probably never hear of that have a little fan base and maybe 20 to 30,000, but 50 to 70% are purchasing. When they put at whatever it be set $10 a piece, at 50,000, you do the math per year, every 2 years, or however they put a CD out, equals up to a large amount of revenue that does not have to go into a record company first. It goes directly to you and your business at the end of the day. So there are ways, and I do admire brothers, that make, if you give me a barrel of lemons, I gotta go on the freeway and make lemonade. All I gotta do is get some cups, you know what I mean, and get something to make a sign and begin to distribute, this lemon juice, just top of the line lemonade out, you know what I mean, to the masses, other people. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that Jay-Z, Diddy are pretty much, tied down. And remember we were born into something, man. It's going to take generations, and time for stuff to be undone. But we do have to commend, progress. Where we see progress. If Jay-Z's coming in and these rappers are signing to him, he's giving them better deals. Rappers is coming out owning their masters, they making more money, off their craft, they're owning their image and their likeness and whatnot. You gotta applaud that. You have to applaud it. You could never talk down on it, no matter what he did in his own personal life. Is the way I'm gonna go about it. You know what I'm saying? There was a story back in the day where a few brothers, Irv Gotti, I think, Jay Prince, and I don't quote me on the names, wanted to come together and create their own distribution company. And I'm gonna do some due diligent research on that and try to bring in that story. And that they say that was systematically, shut down by the Illuminati or the powers, that be that didn't want to see, black people take any positions of power. Think about it, positions of power in music or any other industry. That's something that has to be, observed, with the eyes, understood analytically and registered, that certain industries, whether it be Hollywood, music industries, have certain secret societies that dictate who and what goes where. Something that we have to keep in mind, not to get spooky, what I mean, or none of that. But it's a short little one today. I want to talk about, black music distributions. Any companies out there I don't know of that we could say is that are giving artists, the whole idea with title is the same thing in Apple. If you have it on your phone, basically is um, you pay a subscription, 15, $20 a month, whatever it may be. When these songs and stuff drop, then you're able to listen and stream these songs. You know what I mean? You're not for free, but so this is the whole thing. So if you're signed to title, your particular album will come out streamed through title, not through I think Google Play or Apple or Spotify, any one of these other streaming services. It will go through Jay-Z's, stream through Jay-Z's title. You know what I mean? And what a lot of them are doing are joining up with cell phone companies like Sprint. We saw Jay-Z did it. I think it was, I don't know if it was T-Mobile, one of the companies where, they bought 1,000,000 copies, you know what I mean, of his album. So as rappers, people are finding innovative ways, you know what I mean, to one, stay relevant, continue to make, you know, um, good music. But again, I want to see more boss moves. Buying back the block is cool, but you need in the industry. Let's get some distribution lines open. You know what I mean? Let's get some companies owned by us, not under the umbrella of a Universal or umbrella, of one of these other companies, but something that's self-sufficient, standing on its own. Then I'll be impressed at the end of the day. The money is there, is there, but when I see people going in that direction, I'll be happy to report on it. But right now, I'm reporting on the small victories that we are having, the small battles, that we are having in hip hop. And I heard somebody say, why do people report? People ask, well, who cares about Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma beef? Millions of people have their attention focused to this entertainment sector, and we see that. So, what your job has to be, and I got to stop giving people these jewels and shit because I see everything so vividly and how people's minds are working, the imitators and all that. You know what I mean? Put yourself in position is all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it there. Put yourself in position to be able to prosper and move forward. You know what I mean? So that's what I got. It's your brother O God in the Black Hip Hop News. Thank you for hearing me out. Leave the comments. I learn a lot from y'all a lot of times in the comments. What y'all think about Jay-Z? What y'all think about these distribution companies? Master P in the South, brothers like Lil Flip in the South, Slim Thug in the South. A lot of stories to be done on that. It's a constant work. I'm always working. I'm always busy. You know what I mean? So that is what it is, man. In the Black Media Production. We got the in the Black Hip Hop News shirts if you want them. They upstairs. Just chilling, working. Appreciate y'all, all the family out there. It's in the Black for life. Peace.